Today on Forbes, here are Biden's top 10 biggest billionaire donors. Joe Biden's big cash advantage over Donald Trump is gone. Trump's main super PAC, which entered May trailing Biden's operation by $20 million, made up ground after a New York jury convicted the former president on 34 felony counts. No one donated more than Timothy Mellon, a banking heir, who, as we told you last week, shelled out $50 million the day after the verdict. But Biden has rich friends too. He's now trying to reassure his big donors after what many called a shaky debate performance last week. These donors are concentrated in Silicon Valley and New York, and they have already funneled $77 million to groups backing the president, and in some cases his allies. None of the president's donors are richer or more generous than Michael Bloomberg, who has spent more money on federal elections than anyone in American history. Having given $20 million so far this cycle, the former New York City mayor, whose current net worth is $106.2 billion, is already at the top of Biden's list of donors. Still, his 2024 outlay amounts to less than 2% of the total he spent during the 2020 election, when Bloomberg mounted his own bid for president. Bloomberg blew more than $1 billion on his own campaign in 2020, got knocked out, then threw his weight behind Biden, contributing over $100 million to groups that backed him. He donated $19 million to Biden's main super PAC at the end of May. Bloomberg, who got rich selling data-packed machines to virtually everyone on Wall Street, has given billions of dollars to charitable organizations. Yet his fortune continues to balloon. Bloomberg entered the exclusive $100 billion club earlier this year. At number 2 is Reid Hoffman, whose net worth is $2.5 billion, and who has given $17.7 million in donations to Biden groups. A venture capitalist with Greylock Partners, Hoffman co-founded PayPal with Elon Musk and Peter Thiel before starting LinkedIn, which he sold to Microsoft for $26 billion in 2016. While other members of the so-called PayPal mafia have drifted to the right in recent years, Hoffman has become one of the nation's biggest Democratic donors. He has already poured more than $40 million into left-leaning groups since 2020, with nearly half of that going to groups supporting Biden. Hoffman said, quote, "America has the best economy in the world under Biden, and he is running against a convicted felon who has a history of bankrupting businesses." At number 3 was Jim Simons, who passed away in May and had given $10.2 million to Biden groups. Simons, whose net worth was $31.4 billion, left his position in Stony Brook University's math department to start the pioneering quantitative trading firm Renaissance Technologies. He died on May 10th at 86 years old and is survived by his wife, Marilyn. The couple had been liberal donors for decades, and Jim continued to give major sums in the last months of his life, including a $6.6 million donation to Biden's super PAC just a week before he died. At number 4 is Michael Moritz, whose net worth is $6.2 billion and who has given $8.3 million to Biden groups. A native of Wales, Moritz worked in Time magazine's San Francisco offices in the 1980s when he sensed something brewing in Silicon Valley and jumped to venture capital. He eventually became a partner at Sequoia Capital, one of the world's most renowned VC firms. Early investments in companies like Google, Yahoo, and PayPal earned Moritz billions. He gave large sums to Barack Obama's 2008 campaign, sat out the 2016 election, then emerged as a major donor in 2020, giving more than $4 million to pro-Biden groups. He's going big again, giving more via a single contribution in April than he did during the entire 2020 cycle. At number 5 is Stephen Mandel, whose net worth is $2.5 billion and who was given $6.8 million to Biden groups. Mandel founded the hedge fund Lone Pine Capital in 1997. He cut a $5 million check to Biden's biggest PAC in 2022. He has also given millions to support the charter school movement, and he sits on the board of directors of Teach for America. Long and dependable Democratic donor, Mandel has gotten more generous in recent years, pitching in $200,000 to support Hillary Clinton in 2016, and nearly $5 million to back Biden in 2020. For full coverage and to see the rest of the list, check out Leo Kamen's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.